talk about here, and this is not new to you, I'm sure, is this whole concept of current state, desired state. Where are we today? Where are we today from the standpoint we look at structure, process, people, culture? What's happening today? What is the current structure in place? What technology are we currently using? How well is that working? Why isn't it working? What are the business processes that we have in place today? How well are they working? Are the people who are impacted by the change, or in this case, doing the current job, do they have the skills and competencies and experience to be doing that job well? And then the big challenge, which Karen's already alluded to, is culture. What are the existing beliefs and behaviors of the people in the organization, and how difficult will it be with that set of beliefs and behaviors to move forward, to actually change? Now, one of the things before we get to desired state is, in my work, we focus a lot on current state, because what we find in many cases is that an organization decides to make a change, but they're not real clear why that change has to happen. And Karen's going to get to that in just a little bit here. But the why is so important. When we look at the why, we then look at what is the current state. And is the current state really broken? For instance, do we really need to change the process? Or is it that the process is perfectly fine, but the people don't follow the process? So we have to be really careful in our decision to make change to really understand, is something not working well today and why? It may be perfectly fine, but we're choosing not to do the process the way it's set out, so on and so forth. Then the desired state. Now, we talk about, the failure of change in our business an awful lot. And in fact, when you look at various statistics, the bottom line is that between 60 and 70% of all change that organizations initiate fails either outright or it fails to achieve the intended result. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that the clarity of that desired state isn't well developed. We really haven't sat down, thought through very clearly, documented the desired state. What will the new structure look like, and why does it need to be that way? What will the new technology be, and why did we choose that technology over this technology? Why will the organizational structure have to change? Processes. What will the new business processes be? How different are they from the current processes? Will the skills and competencies that are required in that desired state, do they currently exist? Do we have to skill new people up? Do we have to bring new people on? Do we have to repurpose individuals, skills and talent? And then the big one there, culture. Do we need to shift the current belief system in the organization that drive the behaviors in the organization in order to be successful? Our job in the change management space, and the work that you all need to do when you set out on this change, is very clearly understand the current state, which will tell us why change is necessary. Very clearly and very deeply articulate the desired state, so we really know, almost down to job role and responsibility, how it's going to be different. And then our job is to move people through that gap. What are we going to need to do to help them move from that current state to that desired state?